Quick. Okay, yay, we're recording. So the very first thing that I want you guys to do is to drop a 1 in the chat if you were on the family call last night, and especially if you're in the push, then you're all up to date, I guess is what I'm asking, on all of the announcements, that being the IT trip and the new pumpkin spice pods. I hope everyone is pretty perfect. Yay, I'm seeing lots of ones. I love it. Okay, perfect. So this is an opportunity that you guys do not want to miss out on, okay? And I want to start this Zoom by saying, if you have already checked out the itch trip being an option for you, you've already checked out promoting this month. So those two are one and the same for me. We as a team, I want as many freaking people on my team to be there as possible. Like, how cool would it be if every single person on this Zoom right now was on that trip? Like, how amazing would that be? Okay, and we don't know the exact location yet. I'm assuming Hawaii, Maui, something of that sort, because they did say luau. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be going, but listen and hear me out when I say that every single one of you is just as capable as earning this trip as I am, okay? And we're just as capable as freaking Jade Hooper to go on this trip. The very first thing that I do come the first of the month, I'm going to give you like my list. So I really hope that you guys have pen and paper. You're ready to take some notes today because this is going to be some fire. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too, Jay. I wonder if they were like scouting out spots. I have no idea. I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I cannot even wait. So to give you an idea, we have not done an incentive trip in almost 2 years. So this is a really big deal. They brought back double fast starts. They brought back the incentive trip. And if history repeats itself, I have a feeling that they're going to announce $10 kits come green carpet, which again hasn't happened in years. So if there's ever been a time to get freaking fired up, it's right now. I know we're tired. I know we came out of these last 2 months just like dragging our feet, and it's been hard for everybody. It was hard for me. It was hard for Rochelle. It's hard for the entire company. Those 2 months were. But that does not define what these next 2 months are going to be come September and October, okay? I went diamond in October of last year. Are you leaving, Connor? So come October, and then, so these are like what we call our boom seasons. So this green carpet, come tax season and conference season are like the huge explosive times in our business. And I'm not gonna lie, I was getting discouraged these last 2 months. Like, I was feeling like I was doing everything that I needed to do and was still not seeing the results. And let's be super clear, our signing, even as a team, was not down the last 2 months. We had just as much enrollments as we did the 2 months before. It's not like we lost momentum, okay? And I want you to really take that to heart and not think that it was something that we were doing wrong. I don't want to say it was a season necessarily, but there were a lot of cancellations. There were a lot of credit card declines. There were a lot of people that quit. And that's honestly such a good thing. So I just want us to learn and move on from everything that's happened these last 2 months and really come to September and October with a completely clean slate. Okay, so if you haven't done that already, let's start with a clean slate. The other thing is that we've already started the momentum of September so strong with Mark announcing the pumpkin spice pods. And I know that we all know this, but I already have tons of people who are messaging me about it, or current loyal customers that are interested. Even if they can't order right now, you guys, it's just getting more, and not even necessarily more potentials, but stronger potentials. Their interest is getting greater. It also shows our market that we're up to speed with the times. We're constantly bringing out new things. We're constantly like, this is a company to be a part of because we're always in with the trends, right? So there's so many positive aspects to this. But I want you guys, and I put it on the Green Push Challenge today, to go through and not only message all your current loyal customers, but people who haven't ordered yet that were already interested in the keto coffee. Go back and message all of those potentials and just stir the dust by saying, hey, I just had a spot open up for our brand new pumpkin spice keto coffee pods or whatever. Would you, and then I put in parentheses like, you would just switch your regular coffee with my fat burning coffee and let me know what your results are after 90 days. Like, does that sound like something you would be interested in? Or even if there were a hair vitamin potential and you followed up with them 6 times and they haven't responded to you, switch it up. Let them know about the new product that we have released. Like, literally talk to anyone and everyone about this product, and don't feel like it has to be just people who are interested in keto coffee either. Okay, having said all of that, this is all of my tips to start out the first of the month extremely strong, okay? So if you are ready to like kick this off, again, grab a pen and paper. So you've messaged all of your current potentials and all your current loyal customers or whatever about the new keto coffee. What do you do next? The very first thing that you do is set out your goals. Okay, so yesterday, especially if you're in the push, you should have written down all of your goals for this month. I myself am doing a 90-day plan. So I have with my 30-day plan, my 60-day plan, and my 90-day plan. And that for me doesn't look like a huge spread out thing. I wrote down how many potentials I want to get each day. I wrote down, sorry, I'll go slow right now. You guys are taking notes. So I wrote down how many potentials I want to have each day. I wrote down how many customers and how many distributors specifically I want to not only just sign, but fast start. So very specific number here for each 3 months. And the reason and the way that you figure that out of what your goal should be is having a destination in mind. If your goal is Ruby and you're less than 200 GV away from that promotion, you need to have an Emerald chart printed out because you need to be looking at the next thing. I don't care if you're 4,000 away from Ruby or from Emerald. Like, you have a Ruby, an Emerald, and a Diamond chart out or whatever. So constantly, yes, focus on maintaining. Yes, focus on hitting that first rank. But I always have 2 charts printed out ahead of me. So when I was going exec, I had a Ruby, or excuse me, because exec was like a real, not that it's not a real rank now, but it was a very much more important rank before. And so I had an executive, a Ruby, and an Emerald chart out. So what you're currently working on and 2 charts ahead. Okay. And you want to do these specific numbers. So if you guys don't know how to chart, there's tons of videos on it. I can send you a video. We can cross that bridge later. I'm not going to go over like how to chart and everything. But get a very specific number, you guys, because the months that I promoted were the months that I was so laser focused on the exact amount of BV that I needed, the exact amount of distributors that I needed to fill those boxes, and break it down to exactly how much BV that is per day. How many Mocha Dreams, like what do you sell the most of? If you are selling, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Make it a goal. So like I sell Mocha Dreams the most. So I divide everything by 90. So if I'm 5,000 away from a promotion, I do 5,000 divided by 90. That's how many total Mocha Dreams I need to sell that month. But I don't want to wait till the end of the month. So I'm going to divide that number by 25. And that's how much me and my team need to promote by the 25th of the month. Because my goal is never to give myself 31 days. I will promote by the 25th. So I hope that that's all kind of like making sense, right? So now you've got your destination. You've already started with this good start of the new pods. You've already got some new things kicking. Now I want you to scream from the freaking rooftops about this trip. Where are you headed? Where is this team going? Are you blasting that we are a top 30 team? Because we are. Are you blasting that we are going to be a top 20 team by green carpet? Because we're going to be. Are you blasting that you are going on this freaking Hawaii trip or wherever we're going over hell or high water? So start thinking about the things that you are going to scream from the rooftops this month and get excited about it and show other people to get excited about it too. When you start talking about incentive trips, be prepared for these potential distributors to come out of the woodworks, okay? So you've got your chart figured out. We've got everything. Now, if you have a team, I don't care whether you signed them or not, if you have distributors under you, have you reached out and at least introduced yourself to them? Do they know that you are there for them? Okay, because every single person on this team is a leader. Very rarely Do I have people? I don't even think anyone on here doesn't have a single distributor under them, maybe one or two. And if not, then we're going to have some by the next week. So still listen. The other thing is, if you have already promoted to Ruby or above, not if you're boxed, but if you've already promoted to Ruby or above, where does your team know where you're going? Are you taking them with you? Are you going by yourself, or are you trying to collaborate with your team so that you can make a group effort and every single one of you has your charts done and you're in a chat together and you're saying, okay, this person just signed 90 BV. Where does that go? Or if you know that two people in that chat are mass LC signers and the other one's a mass DT enroller, focus on what's working for you. Focus on what you're good at. Work together. Have that person who signs the most distributors place strategically so the people who are good at signing customers can fill the volume themselves and they don't have to stress about the distributors. Work together. Make it a collaborative effort and it'll make things so much easier, you guys. The other thing that I've been doing, and if you're running for Ruby, you're in this chat with me, is every other distributor that I sign goes towards the people who earn it. So when I sign a distributor, because I'm building my mom to diamond right now, so one distributor goes to my mom and I'm building her for diamond. The next distributor I sign, I offer up in the chat. The very first person to sign a loyal customer gets this distributor placed under them. The reason that I'm doing that is, number one, it incentivizes people to get to work. And that's a really cool thing for them to earn, because maybe they're not a mass distributor enroller, or they're not built for Ruby yet, but they're still working on their first 4 loyal customers. So they get a customer, they now get this distributor placed under them, and they only need 2 more people to go Ruby. Like, that excites a newbie, right? Like, especially as seasoned distributors, I think we just like take for granted when we sign somebody. And like, I don't know about you, but when I sign distributors, and maybe this is just me because I sign so many of them, but like, I get so freaking excited when I sign a loyal customer. But when I sign a distributor, for some reason, I'm like, okay, check. Like, that's the next one for me. And again, maybe that's just me, but like, I want something to get excited about, and I want somebody else to be excited about that. So if I'm not like screaming, jumping for joy, because, and here's why, you guys, when you're built and you're such a built triple diamond leader like I am, like I haven't promoted yet, but my triple diamond chart has all the boxes filled +7 under each of them, right? It's hard to get excited because there's no more boxes to fill, right? Like, and I don't want to pull out a Prez chart yet and look at where placement is, and we can talk, this is a whole nother, this is so beyond most of you guys on this, but I want you to know, because you're going to get there one day. So make people work for it. Get other people excited. Let your new distributors be ignorance on bliss and freaking run for it. So when I offer up that distributor, they're not only signing a customer, so both of us are getting volume, but I'm now placing that distributor under them. They're closer to their promotion. They just place that loyal under that distributor, and I'm closer to my fast start. You're killing 4 birds with 1 stone and running with the people who earn it. Right? So think about that too. When you start signing and you're place 1 for your promotion, offer 1 up. Place 1 for your promotion, offer 1 up. Same thing with customers. If somebody signs a distributor, offer to place it under them if they're earning it. So my point is just that run with the people who are running. Sorry, I've been talking so much this morning. My voice is all, my throat's all scratchy. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I've said so far? It's pretty self-explanatory, but okay. The other thing is, I typically focus on distributors the beginning of the month and focus on volume towards the end of the month. So obviously I want you reaching out about all of those for the new coffee pods and everything that I've already talked about. But then your posts and your stories and all these other things, like, make sure that you're still putting up stuff about the opportunity and you're blasting this trip and all these things about the opportunity for the next couple weeks, because like really hard, really strong, more than you even normally would have, so that we can make sure that we're taking advantage of stacking your charts now so that we can just work with those distributors and bring in the volume naturally throughout the rest of the month, if that makes sense. So messaging is going to be huge. Like, if I keep talking about this push, if you're not in the push and don't know what I'm talking about, that's probably a cue that you should message me and ask what's up and see how you can be in it. Okay. So tip number one. The other thing is if you guys are not completing, and I'm going to get like real and raw for a second. If you don't have your charts done, if you are not doing this push in full, because we've been doing it for over a month now, every single day, then do not come to me or any other person or even yourself and complain that you're not promoting or that you're not signing. Okay? I just wanted to throw that out there and make it super clear, because there is absolutely no way, it is impossible, okay, for you to have 15 new potentials every freaking day and you don't sign someone for 30 days. Statistically, impossible, okay? So you're either lying to me or you're lying to yourself about how many messages you're sending. Are you doing your self-development? Are you doing the stories that you need to be doing? You guys, so many people on this team, and I'm not here to ring you, I'm like getting so excited because I want you to hear me out. Almost every single person on this Zoom right now wants to make at least $2,000 a month. I'm looking at who's on here. Every single person on this Zoom wants to make a full-time income with It Works. So I need to get real and raw with y'all for a second, because I told you that this month we are going full force. So if you are not ready to have me ream all of you right now, then you should probably hop off and you're not ready for this. And that's okay. If you're new and this is freaking you out and me getting super hyped up and amped is like too much for you, I will not be offended. There's no hard feelings, but this is your sensory warning to hop off. So I'll give it a sec. And I'm gonna get, and this does not, I want to preface this by always saying this is not about anyone specifically. I do not have anyone in mind when I'm thinking about this, but I have heard this often, and this is something that this team has been struggling with for the last 2 months. So I want us all to cross a bridge with each other for a second. And Noelle, you're so new. I'm trying to see who else is on here. Everyone else needs to hear this. Noelle, just bear with us. Thank God you're red. Okay. Every person on this Zoom has said that you want to make a full-time income. I'm about to tell you what I did to go from distributor to double diamond in a year. Are you ready? Drop a 1 if that's something that you want. A year from today, from distributor, from a year from when you started, whatever, double diamond, $4,000 to $6,000 an average a month. Okay, lots of 1s. Now I need you to ask yourself, have you been working like a double diamond? Drop a 1 if you have, if you think you have. Drop a 2 if you know deep down in your heart you haven't. And it's okay either way. 1s, 2s, 2s. Okay, I'm about to tell you what I did. So I was working 50 plus hours a week, and I was 8.5 months pregnant when I joined this business. And to give you an insight, if you haven't heard already on my pregnancy, it was hell. Okay, I was throwing up every 30 to 45 minutes. I was on multiple different medications. I was groggy. I was tired. I was freaking huge. I was about to explode. I felt horrible. I wanted to do nothing but sleep. I wanted to do nothing but not work, literally do nothing, okay? I had zero motivation. We were broker than broke. I was depressed. After I had my daughter, I had horrible postpartum depression. I was going through all of the things, okay? So I want to start with the fact that wherever you are in life right now, I'm there with you. I was there with you. I'm still going through stuff in my personal life. And instead of using it as my excuse, I use it to fuel my fire. My depression and my anxiety fuels me in this business because I could let it eat away at me so easily and sit in a shell. But I am pretty much the sole provider for my family. Connor has a great job now. But my income was our main source of income. Connor was getting ready to quit his job. And I lost rank for 2 months.
Sounds like us.
I'm going to be super frank and upfront with you guys about, like, there's full vulnerability here. But I'm kind of backtracking a little bit. Let me restart. Hang on, let me look at. Is that better? Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me backtrack. I was working, things were hard, life was rough. And I needed this so bad. It was literally do or die, okay? Just like it is for a lot of you on here. At this point in your business, this is do or die. So I want you to know that not only was I there, but I had to make a decision. I had to decide if I was really going to make this work for me or if I was going to keep treating this like a cute little hobby. I heard a Zoom or a live with Cami Pentecost when I was going through this time. And she said there are two distributors in this line of work. The first does this as a cute little hobby, works whenever they want, whenever they feel like it. And the other person treats this like a business and eats, sleeps, and breathes it. And you have to decide which one of those you're going to be, because your pay will absolutely reflect that. Okay? So I was going to work from 8:30 to 5:30. And then I obviously had other things to do, dinner to make, house to clean, all the things. Okay? I'm a mom. And I woke up early. I woke up 5 a.m. and worked for 2 hours before I went to work every single day. On weekends, I woke up at 7, 8 a.m. and worked 4 hours before we did anything. I did not go anywhere. I did not buy anything. I did not do anything other than this business, because I knew if I sacrificed, really, truly sacrificed for a year, 6 months, my life would be changed forever. You guys, when we say get to events, get to events. I was an emerald going about to head in a downward spiral in my business and went to conference, and I came back and 45 days later went double diamond. And you know why? It's because when you see and meet all of the people who are in the Millionaires Club and are standing on that stage and they tell their story, and they were previous drug addicts, or they were broke and living in their parents' basement, or they were a nurse and hated their job, whatever it is, there is someone up there that relates to you, and all of a sudden something clicks that they're not different from you. And you get this little gut instinct in your belly that says, wow, I am no different from them. And I don't know how, there are some of us here who went to conference, and I don't know when or how we lost that fire, but we have got to bring that back. And we've got to carry it through green carpet and carry green carpet's fire all the way till conference and do it all over again. And we have to show our team what it's like to be that top income earner. And the way that you do that is, whether you're a top income earner or not right now, you start acting like it. You wake your butt up 3 hours before you have to go to work, and you stay up till 2 a.m. and get 3 hours of sleep if that's what you have to do. But you do it. Tired is not a thing. It wasn't a thing when I was going diamond. For 7 months, actually 8 months of my business, I did not sleep. I refused. My house was a mess. My laundry, I still have not caught up on from then. I stopped going out. And guess what? For the last 3 months, I've been going out. I've been doing all these things. I've been living this extravagant life, which is great. But this isn't a vacation. This is my life. This is my job. And yes, I get to go and do these things. And yes, I get to go and enjoy that time with my family. But I wasn't having the discipline to wake up 4 hours early and get it all done before we left like I used to. And I think that's where all of us are lacking, is we are not making this the priority that we need to. So the first question that you ask yourself is, are you guys leaving?
Yes.
Bye. Love you. See ya. The first question that you ask yourself is, are you going to be the hobbyist or are you going to be the business owner? So you got to get your big girl panties on, quit giving yourself so much slack that you stop working your business like you need to, and start acting like the leader that you want to be. If you're going to ask for over $2,000 a month, boo-boo, you better be working your butt off. If you have not completed your steps to success, you do not deserve $2,000 a month, period. Point blank. I'm sorry. That may hurt your little feelers, But it hurt mine when I wasn't promoting because I wasn't doing the things that I need to do. We have 2 jobs: sign distributors, sign loyal customers. We know how to do that. We get our minds right. We grow our network. We message, we post. You know what to do. You know what to do. So why are you giving yourself slack and saying it's okay that you didn't sign and finish your steps to success? But somehow you want $400 a month, $200 a month. I don't care if it's $50 a month. Your job is to finish your steps to success every single month. And it's my job too. So as a goal, I make it for myself that I complete my steps to success 3 times every month. 12 LCs, what is that? 12 LCs and 12 distributors. Minimum is what I want to sign. And actually in my journal, I write 30 of each. Obviously, I haven't completed that. Obviously, that's something that I'm working towards. But you have to shoot high and shoot for the stars so that you land on the moon, right? I know it's so corny and it's such a weird saying, but it's so true. 10x, right? You multiply your actions by 10x and the results are coming along just because you're putting in that much effort. So I'm not like trying to yell at you because you need to be yelled at, but like I am there. I was there. We lost rank for 2 months, you guys, as a team because we started getting complacent, and I take full responsibility for that. Full responsibility. I was making 10 grand a month. Things are good. My team's working. And guess what? I stopped working as hard as it took me to get there. We stopped working as hard as it took us to get there. Yes, our signing was consistent, but we could have done so much better. And it's not of any use to think about what we could have done, and it's nothing to get upset about or to be stressed out, but it is to remind you of how hard we need to work for the next 3 months, because what you do now will determine what rank you're going to be and what is going to happen in your business come conference. And for those of you who haven't been to an event, I know you don't know what I'm talking about, and it's like your mom saying, yeah, okay, but I'm serious. If you sacrifice, and I mean freaking sacrifice, for the next 3 to 4 months, that's it, 3 to 4 months, your business, there is no reason that every single person on this Zoom wouldn't be diamond and above. There is absolutely no reason. But we have to put in the work, and we have to put in the mindset, and we have to start treating this like a business. So I know that that's like a lot, and I'm totally like so fired up, and I hope that you don't take that any offensively, and I'm more so pointing the finger at myself than at you guys, because like I said, I take full responsibility. I am the captain of this ship, and I was not leading correctly. And the thing that you'll notice differently from 60 days ago till now, and it's been a slow transition, but I'm not taking the BS anymore, you guys. I'm not here to like not hurt your feelings and say everything to make you happy and pat your back. I will absolutely be here as a shoulder for you to cry on, but I will always keep it 100 with you, and I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to make you successful. And if you don't like that, then I'm probably not the leader for you, and you should find a sideline sister. And I don't say that mean, because I love you and I want every single one of you to succeed. But I absolutely will not sit here and sugarcoat everything for you. If you want, like you're saying, every single person on this Zoom is saying they want over $2,000 a month. Who is a diamond leader to you? How many messages are they sending a day? And it's not even about the messages. Like if you'll notice too in the push, it's about the potentials. Quantity over quality, you guys. I could care less, and you can come and complain to me that you're sending 400 messages a day. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Then you should probably send 800. I don't care if you have to work twice as hard as the other person. I don't care. And neither does Mark Pentecost, and neither does your paycheck. Are you going to sit there and complain about the fact that you have to work twice as hard as Joe Schmo down the road and she's triple diamond? No one cares. Keep your blinders on. Complaining about somebody else or looking at other people and what they're doing and compared to you is not promoting you. Is that income producing? Are you constantly being intentional with your time? Or are you scrolling social media and acting like you're working? There is no reason that every single one of you is diamond by the end of this month if you truly put the work in and you get your mind right. And something that was said on a Zoom the other day that really smacked me, you guys, because I'm the type of person that I do all the self-development, I do all the things, but when I'm feeling in a rut, I absolutely reach up. And I don't reach down, but I reach up. And I reach up to my upline and I talk to them about it. And I'm always good about coming to them with the solution mindset. But something that I'm not good at that I need to recognize is, yes, she may have something to say to me that's going to help, but ultimately I'm going to her because I want to complain. And that was hard for me to grasp, because it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that you can't reach out. It's totally fine to reach out. You should be able to, and I'm always here for you. Always. I will never turn you down. But you have to look at yourself and realize that your mentality and your mindset is on you. It is not on anybody else. And you can sit there and reach out to other people all day long, and they're going to tell you what to do differently. But until you go listen to self-development, or you go shower, or you go take a walk, you're not going to feel better. And it is your job to have your mindset right. It is your job to show your team how to get their minds right. You're all leaders, and you all have a team under you. So are you going to be, and we hear all the time, the captain of your ship? Or are you going to sit here and complain that your mind's not in the right place, or that you don't have the right product to use, or you don't have the team that's working, or there's so much volume to get? Or are you just going to go get it done? Carrie Young said it perfectly at conference, and I quote her all the time on this. I asked her for a tip, and she looked at me and said, get it done. And there's no other answer. There's no secret sauce to this business. If you're looking for a top leader to tell you exactly how many posts and exactly how many messages and exactly what they do to promote, that's not going to be the same story for you. Again, no one cares if you have to work 2 times harder. Get your 10 to new 15 potentials every day and start signing. This isn't hard. We just need to do it. Stop making excuses. Stop using your why as your excuse. Get fired up. This is the month to be so explosive about what we're doing. And every single one of you deserves nothing more than to be black diamond. Nothing more. Do not limit yourself. Get over the unworthiness. All of you are worthy. You are joking yourself if you think that you're not. You have an opportunity of your hands in a lifetime, and it feels weird and it feels wrong and you feel unworthy because it's not normal. But your job is to get success through this business and reach the top to show other people that this is the new normal. This is the wave of the future. Stop acting like we're in the 50s and everybody needs to make $40,000 a year. You don't have to struggle. But when are you going to give yourself and your team the credit that you all deserve? Every single distributor, you guys, is worthy and capable of a diamond, double diamond, triple diamond paycheck. Stop limiting them and yourself because you have a broke mindset. Get your minds right today. And we need to put in the massive action. So I know I've been like yelling at you guys, but I hope, drop a 1 if this like hit home for you. Drop a 2 if I scared you. I was listening to self-development earlier and was just really thinking about what you guys needed to hear, and this is what came to mind. So good. Yay. I'm glad. And I hope that you know that I'm telling you guys this because this is what I've been going through the last 2 months. And y'all needed to hear it if I did. So I love you. You are all worthy. You are all capable. And if you do the things that you truly need to do and you get it done, you will promote this month. But if you don't, it's on no one but yourself. So I love you guys to bits. And I'm going to hop on a working Zoom actually right now. So I'm going to send the new code in a second if you want to jump on. Otherwise, have an amazing Labor Day. Thank you for getting on. And I'm just so proud of each of you. So have a good day, guys.